Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. How you guys doing tonight? It is Thursday night, July 6th, and we are here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Hells yeah! Another week, another Thursday night to talk about all the exciting matches, segments, and big giant OMG moments that could likely get them canceled from TV, though doubt that will happen, all in the wacky world of professional wrestling. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I am also the founder, the executive producer, the content manager of this amazing channel of the Ravens Flock. And on behalf of everyone here on this channel, we appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Rouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the Mister.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and twitch.tv/theravensflock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments below. We will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an Inner Flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the Inner Flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we've got plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis that we made just for you. You also, that's showing everybody in the world that you are supporting the Ravens Flock by going above and beyond. Remember, there's no obligation to stick around, and of course, you can cancel at any time, but we appreciate those who do stick around and those who are here for the long haul. You also get access to Members First and Members-Only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. And you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your opinions, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel by, giving us your thoughts and stuff, and having us cater to your needs, your desires, your wants, your stuff.
Entertainment needs.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. But pray tell, Jose, what exactly is that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. And you're probably wondering why I'm not wearing a wrestling t-shirt this time. It's because 4th of July has come and gone.
It was literally 2 days ago.
Yes, it was. And for those of you who celebrate it, good on you. For those who don't, completely understandable and justified. Personally, I just spent my 4th of July just sitting down, just watching movies and just eating awesome food. My favorite movie of all to watch on 4th of July, aside from the obvious Independence Day, is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Out of all the Cap movies, that movie is the most Captain America of Captain America movies.
Even though he's literally a World War II hero, and many folks would agree that, you can't snuff a World War II epic hero out of the time. Like, yeah, you can. It's called Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah!
Come on, guys.
Get plebeians.
Silly boogers. How dare they? How dare they?
Exactly. But but now to bring the show back to its focus right now. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Juan, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
Because before we get to the main review of our shows, it's time that we start things off by discussing the main event of this year's WWE's Money in the Bank.
We really don't pay any freaking royalties to use any of these logos, but you know what? These guys aren't charging us, and we're too small to really make anything out of it. So unless Triple H, if you can snag Stephanie McMahon's checkbook for like 5 minutes, write us a little thing, we'll gladly sell ourselves out. We don't give a damn.
He writes with a ballpoint pen that's shaped like a sledgehammer.
The only person who could gimmick a ballpoint pen is Sami Callihan, okay? With his gimmicked barbed wire ballpoint pen. He's the only one. And even that was too stupid to believe.
All right. Now, before we get to help preface it, there has been a lot of storylines that's been told in the WWE that has been compelling, that went the distance. We've had storylines of the drama between Bret the Hitman Hart and Shawn Michaels, the story of Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon that propelled the WWF through the Attitude Era. We had storylines of Juan, give me another compelling storyline.
Let's see here.
CM Punk's contract negotiations in the WWE, and when he battled against John Cena and Vince McMahon.
Also, there's the legend of the Undertaker's streak. There's the NWO storyline. There is let's see here. There's the Alliance invasion storyline.
Can you really call that compelling? Well, I mean, it gave us the best heel Austin that we've seen, but
yeah, it's psychotic, paranoid, bionic redneck Stone Cold.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I guess I'll give it that. We also have the unrelenting grip of the authority that had engulfed the WWE from 2013 till 2018. Man, that was a long one. Holy shit.
It was pretty long, and it was a nightmare to try to go through because it made everything feel pointless and futile.
Absolutely. There's been so many compelling stories that have been told in the WWE, and this one, you can add that to the collection because this has been such a great story that started all the way as far back as September 2020 till now, and it's still going. But this is a huge pivotal point in the story of Roman Reigns as the Tribal Chief. It's time to talk about the Bloodline Civil War.
Bum, 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 bum.
Did you know that because I said Civil War is because I'm wearing a cap shirt?
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm going to take that as a yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Alan Silvestri made the music, give him money. Da, 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 dun, da, dun, 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 ba, da, da, dum, ba, dum, ba,
all right.
ba.
It's the Usos, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, battling against their brother, Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the bloodline, and the undefeated WWE Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
Oh, God, this was such a match. It was so wild, but also at the same time, it started off really slow. If you think about it?
Yeah, no. And, you know, in similar fashion as with Roman Reigns matches, yeah, it did have a slow start with Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso starting things off. And, of course, both these guys went back and forth with Solo Sikoa getting the early upper hand in the exchange, showing his indomitable strength in the early goings. And just as he was about to deal more punishment, you know, Roman Reigns hanging on by the ring apron, he's just chilling, being his usual Roman Reigns self, while also goading at the fans of the O2 Arena in England.
In London, England. By the way, hi there, Nikki Bella. Seems like you're the only one who's piping up. Folks, don't be shy. We know that you're watching. Go ahead and say hello. We're not allowed to bite anymore. There's a court order, and I'm making sure that Jose stands by it.
Court order? You're the one that needs a court order. You're more aggressive than me.
Yeah, but you're the one the court order is against. So I win.
Anyways, so as Solo Sikoa looks like he was about to deal more punishment, Roman Reigns commands Solo Sikoa to tag him in. And then Roman Reigns gets the tag. But in the same time, so does Jey Uso. The same Jey Uso who fought Roman Reigns in the beginning of this whole story. The first man to basically, be taken down and punished, brought to his knees, be forced to acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief.
It was batshit banana balls insane, and we are here for it.
Yes. And the Usos, they are white hot. Jey Uso specifically, like he lays the SmackDown literally, pulling a page off The Rock's book, doing the lay.
He did lay the smacketh down, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Laid the smacketh down on Solo Sikoa. He also dealt some damage to Roman Reigns before Roman and Solo had to go to ringside to regroup with their wise man Paul Heyman, who is holding all three of the belts.
He's holding the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Blue Universal title, and the new undisputed WWE Championship belt, which are all just identical except, different color schemes. And notice how that's like the little subliminal story that Jey Uso is in the promo that they cut last week on Friday Night SmackDown was alluding to, that really Paul Heyman is the one that can't be trusted. Notice it's not Solo. It's not
even
Jimmy.
Roman.
It's not Jey, and it's definitely not even Roman who's holding, possessing, coveting those championship belts. It's Paul E. Dangerously. Also, up there, D-Nice and Matthew Coburn. D-Nice, sorry, I took butter out for a walk. I just washed my hands. You're okay.
Matthew Coburn. Order into court. I'll take a cheeseburger. I like a cheeseburger.
That's a good joke. I like it.
That's a good one. All right, so getting back to it. So Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are able to regain control of the match. Solo Sikoa doing a lot of the legwork during the main event, while Roman Reigns spent half the time at ringside. There was even a point where he was sitting down in the ring apron with Paul Heyman, and he was ranting about how much he hates London, England, how much he hates the England crowd.
It was ridiculous. He was actually saying this. I'm never coming back here again. London, England, this is the worst place in the world. This is so dumb. Yes, my tribal chief. I totally agree, my tribal chief. This is not my tribal chief. My tribal chief.
Jesus, man. What a walrus. But, all right, so getting back into it. And Juan... Yeah, no, Juan and Angel, they were there for the whole thing. They saw the main event as well. So, yeah, things are looking pretty dire for the Usos, aren't they, as we go later into the match?
Yeah, they were actually rather wild over here, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yes. But of course, the Usos were able to fight back as we head towards near the end. And it's really cool. Roman Reigns was able to counter Jimmy Uso and hit him with a Superman punch, and it looks like he's about to put him away with his spear, the hoo-wah spear.
Yeah, the hoo-wah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's a Roman Reigns thing.
It's a Roman Reigns thing, I know.
But
it didn't even start like that. It was like a natural, hoo-wah! And now he turned hoo-wah, like an actual thing. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
It's so weird.
Roman Reigns was about to spear Jimmy Uso, but then the Usos hit Roman Reigns with a double spear, a double takedown spear. Holy shit.
It was cool.
That was really awesome.
There was a point where what was it? That Solo and Roman actually had Jey Uso, or was it Jimmy?
It was Jimmy.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, it was Jimmy Uso. They had him dead to rights, and they did a double team of the Samoan Spike and combining with the spear. And that was like, oh my god, don't tell me.
Oh man, that was so good. That was so good. Oh no. There was a lot of near falls, especially during at one point where Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, they actually dealt out their finishing moves and laid out both the Usos in the middle of the ring. And it looks like Roman Reigns was about to pin them. Like, he pinned both the Usos in the middle of the ring.
Just as a fuck you. Just as a, yeah, that's right. I won this tag team match. I don't even really need Solo, but I won. Like, isn't that a little bit of friggin'...
But actually, before we get that, can we talk about the hilarious ref bump that happened near the finish?
Bumps, gotta love those ref bumps.
Yeah, the way the referee took his bump, like he got knocked over by Roman and Jimmy. And
the referee died.
It looked like he got hit in the nuts when he was knocked out of the ring.
Funny you should mention getting hit in the nuts.
Oh, we're going to get to that. So as Roman pins both the Usos in the middle of the ring, the referee crawls back into the ring. He drops his hand once, twice, but the Usos in unison kicked out, and Roman Reigns.
They the ones.
And Roman Reigns is in the middle of the ring, and he has come undone. He is shocked. He is going through a series of emotions. Disbelief.
Didn't he roll out onto the ring and lean up against the apron, and he was beside himself, cradling his head?
No, that's after.
Right.
But in the middle of the match, there's so many emotions he's feeling: disbelief, shock, surprise, even not horrified, but he's lost in confusion. He doesn't know what to do. The tribal chief is showing his weakness. His insecurity is on display for the world to see. Something has to give, and it did. Solo Sikoa took initiative and directed traffic.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
He took command of the team, and he told the tribal chief to get back up, and he brought the Usos over to the announce table.
That's right. I'm we were commenting on that during the watch party. Was oh snap! What is this? Is it oh my god? Is Paul Heyman gonna start slowly whittling away at Solo now? And is he gonna the real tribal chief Solo Sikoa?
I gotta say, and
is that what they're alluding to?
It's a possibility.
With Roman losing his banana batshit brain balls all over in this match. Okay, it's clear that this horse's time has come. It's time to put him out to pasture. It's time for a new tribal chief to take over.
Oh my goodness!
It's time for Solo Sikoa to take over.
Oh my god!
What they're freaking doing?
That would be cool. That's a strong possibility. But let me continue on here because in the go home segment of SmackDown,
Mistress Meg, hey up there, Mistress Meg.
Hello,
welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Thank you for joining us in the go home segment of Friday Night SmackDown before the pay-per-view event. During the main event segment with Roman Reigns and the Usos and Solo and Heyman, the Usos were actually teasing that the real tribal chief could possibly be Solo Sikoa.
Oh, I didn't even watch that. Oh snap! I was just fucking playing with ideas.
No, you're fine. But yeah, no, we may start to see the seeds of a new tribal chief take root.
Also, thank you so much, Mistress Meg, for the $1.99 super sticker. It's the ginger doggy farting hearts. Gotta love it.
Right?
God.
All right. So getting back to it. So Jimmy Uso's on the announce table, and Solo Sikoa is standing on the barricade, and he jumps off. He's about to crash through the announce table, but Jimmy Uso ducks out of the way, and Solo Sikoa is wiped out, crashing through the announce table all by himself. Ouch! Roman Reigns Roman Reigns got blindsided by Jey Uso, but then quickly recovered and hit Jey Uso with a spear, and it looks like he was gonna win. The referee counts 1, 2, and Jey Uso didn't just kick out, but
he did so
by while hitting a low blow to Roman Reigns.
He hit Roman in his Ambrose and Rollins over here.
Oh, his shield mates.
He hit him right in the shield mates.
This actually comes full circle because in their first match at Clash of Champions in 2020, that's how Roman Reigns kicked out during a pinfall during the main event. He low-blowed Jey Uso and destroyed him in that match 3 years ago. And now, again, things come full circle. Jey Uso, giving him his long-awaited receipt, hits Roman Reigns in the nuts, and both the Usos hit the super kick, hit the 1D on Roman Reigns, and hit him with the Uso, and Jey Uso going to the top rope and leaps over Jimmy Uso and splashes onto Roman Reigns to pin for the Usos to win. 1, 2, 3. Your winners of the Bloodline Civil War, the Usos!
Oh, yeah, because they are the ones. Hell yeah. Okay, so this is the first time in God knows how long since Roman Reigns has been pinned Roman wins LOL has
The
been
last time Roman Reigns was pinned was against Baron Corbin in 2019, so let that sink in your head.
bullshit. You gotta be kidding me. That was so... Oh my god, that is beyond incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's so good.
And afterwards is when Roman Reigns was freaking out outside of the ring, like, oh, I can't believe, cradling his head, like, what the hell? A single loss, and he loses complete shit.
Seriously, I'm surprised he didn't destroy any of the equipment ringside.
Right? That would have been hilarious. That would have been a great little show of like, yeah, no, screw this. Like, he starts tearing the ring down, like taking the ring mat
or
off.
go over to... Well, actually, the announce table's already destroyed, so what's there to take apart?
Yeah, no, I guess you're right about that. But like that would have been a hell of a show. It would have been shades of Bret Hart, but I guess he doesn't quite have that same situation where he's indignant about the company.
It's okay.
It's more of an internal crack at himself.
It's more of an internal crack at himself, and all of the and all of his trials and tribulations, and all of his falsehoods as Tribal Chief will be put to the test tomorrow night on SmackDown when the Tribal Chief is put on trial by the Usos.
So that's something to look forward to. Something that we'll never cover.
Exactly. Overall, put the logo back up on Money in the Bank. Overall, the pay-per-view event, it was an absolute success. WWE has been knocking it out of the ballpark with their pay-per-view events since Triple H took over creative in September/August of 2022. It's been great. Like, they've been doing great numbers since then, right?
Apparently, such great numbers here that according to WWE in their research, so yeah, you can
take it with a grain of salt. It is the WWE.
They like to inflate their numbers, so...
yes, they do. Go ahead and share the numbers, Juanjo.
So apparently, highlights of the Bloodline Civil War match at Money in the Bank have been viewed more than 40 million times across WWE's social media platforms, which are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Damn!
Okay, so that's a nice little tally. That's some nice numbers over here.
Absolutely!
And as one fabled mathematician once said... You see, the numbers don't lie. They spell out disaster for Roman Reigns and Money in the Bank.
Oh my god! Thank you for that. Overall, Money in the Bank was definitely fun. Big kudos to the Money in the Bank winners, Damian Priest and Io Shirai.
Io Sky.
No.
I know, Jose, but Jose, you have to respect the names that they have.
Fine,
you're right, Nikki Bella. The bloodline is over.
Yeah, the bloodline is over. Big congratulations to Io Sky and Damian Priest, especially Damian Priest. He's now called as Senor Money in the Bank. That's cool. I like that.
I just liked how the Money in the Bank ladder match started with everybody looking straight at Logan Paul and saying, fuck this one motherfucker in particular. Vicente Guerrero in the chat. Hey, up there, Vicente.
Hey, Vicente, how you doing, man? I hope you enjoyed the Money in the Bank as we did. But yeah, no, everything else was pretty solid. The Money in the Bank matches were great. The one-on-one matches that they had with the Intercontinental title and Cody versus Dom, that was also fun.
Nice little, hey, screw you, little Dom. Boom.
Yeah. And, of course, the women's tag team title match, I gotta say, I did not see Shayna Baszler turning on Ronda Rousey. We did not see that coming.
No, we did not. I was over here thinking, like, okay, well, this will either be the girls, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are gonna regain the titles, or they're not.
And, of course, come on, let's not lie. It's always fun. It's always a delight when John Cena is in town. John Cena coming by to put over the fans of London, England, and teasing that there might be a WrestleMania coming to London, which would be great.
And then Grayson Waller comes in, throws his Grayson Waller shticks, and John Cena FUs him.
Hey man, John Cena needed a sacrificial lamb.
Yep, and Grayson Waller certainly needed an attitude adjustment.
You could say he needed an ass whooping down under. All the jokes. All right. Now that we're done with Money in the Bank, that's finally behind us. We're now getting back on the road for another wrestling pay-per-view event, which is Impact Wrestling Slammiversary, which is next Friday. But before we cross that bridge, let's talk about this week's 4th of July edition of WWE NXT.
All right. So, as I said, this was their 4th of July special. Apparently, Booker T decided to use that opportunity to just come in a tank top.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever.
Fucking whatever. Okay, Booker. Booker T, you're an excellent wrestler. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's like Angel Mendez just coming in wearing whatever the hell he wants and not wearing a flock shirt.
No, he wears flock shirts. We throw the Los Angeles Play shirt on him. He's got his flock shirts.
I'm being a dick.
Say we love Angel. Don't fuck with him like that.
All right.
It's rude.
So NXT opens up with a one-on-one encounter, a grudge match between 2 NXT women. Roxanne Perez looking to get some retribution against Blair Davenport.
Okay. Now I actually need to know what the story is behind this. All I know is that the promo card for this fight has Roxy over here. She has got her mean face on. She's not smiling and just happy to be here. She is angry.
Yes, she is.
She's an angry short person.
Because Blair Davenport has been the hooded masked assailant that's been attacking all the NXT women in the locker room for months.
So she's the one who took care of our thick mama pump, Nikita Lyons over here?
Yes.
No!
Oh, yes.
The Fiend! How dare she?
I know. She robbed us of that booty.
Vicente Guerrero in the chat. The story I read was Shayna Baszler turning on Ronda was a feud both of them wanted a long time. It looks like Ronda is leaving again.
That is true. According to the reports, it looks like Ronda Rousey is going to be wrapping up her wrestling career in the WWE come next year, and she wants Shayna Baszler to be the final storyline between the two of them.
Okay, and yeah, Blair Davenport looks like a House of Black member, says Vicente. Thank you for that.
I mean,
God.
she could be a shoo-in. So
Yeah,
the match actually opens up. Blair Davenport enters the ring first, but then she gets attacked from behind by Roxanne Perez. What a brave babyface, attacking people from behind. How nice of her. How very nice of Roxanne.
Actually, yes.
So, Roxanne Perez and Blair Davenport, they both square up. Roxanne getting a little bit of the upper hand, but then Blair Davenport pumping the brakes on Roxanne's offense, grounding her in the middle of the ring. As soon as we get back from commercial break, Roxanne Perez is just grounded by Blair.
What the hell did this happen?
No. And then at one point, she even countered what's her face? Roxanne's suicide dive, like her bottom rope suicide dive that she does, which is so cool. Like she counters it with a kick, which is awesome. And Blair was able to get back on Roxanne was able to get back on her feet. She got her second win. She hits her comeback, but then Blair just stops her right in the tracks. As soon as both of these ladies were brawling at ringside, with Blair slamming Roxanne Perez against the steel steps, and Roxanne struggling to get back into the ring and answer the 10 count by the referee. She gets back into the ring, but it was all for naught. Blair Davenport hits not one, but 2 knees to Roxanne's face to pin and win. Your winner, Blair Davenport.
Oh, that's saucy biatch. How dare she? She managed to get one up on Roxy one more time. God dang it. Now, how dare she?
Now, before I continue on, there's something I actually wanted to bring up. I know that I have criticized a little bit about how Roxanne Perez is being portrayed on TV with how WWE has been booking her as of lately, and we all thought that they were booking her in the same way as they were booking Bayley, being a sympathetic conquering hero who is a victim to a bunch of like twists and beatdowns and all that stuff, who has to overcome the odds, right?
I guess.
But there might be a little bit more to it, because according to a news source that I actually looked up, and I actually sent this to you, Juan, in an independent interview, apparently Roxanne Perez wanted to bring awareness to mental health, the struggles of mental health, and to try to incorporate that into the WWE. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I understand. That's certainly a choice. The only issue that I've got with it is it feels like it's not translating the way probably that she would have wanted to. Only because, we know that she's got that she has like anxiety issues. She has, of course, mental health issues in real life. But like, it's possible that maybe they didn't translate that, like I said, the way that Roxy was intending over here. So it didn't quite catch the same way. It just made it feel like, why is she feeling so weird? I don't get it. She's being like anxious about the match, but like she's got nothing to be anxious about. It didn't really land the way it probably meant to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But that doesn't mean that she shouldn't be given kudos for trying over here. That doesn't mean that she shouldn't be that she should be crapped down over it, because it is clearly an important issue, and it's important to Roxy. It's close to her heart, and that's something that I personally vouch for as well.
Same.
There's ways to get in on that. There's ways to
convey that story without having Roxanne Perez look exposed in certain elements.
Look like she doesn't know how to wrestle. That's what it means. Like, which she clearly fucking does.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and move on from the opening match, and let's get to the exciting match of the night. And this is another one-on-one grudge match encounter between two decorated athletes in the WWE. That is Mustafa Ali going one-on-one against big strong boy himself, Tyler Bate.
All right, so the pretty hair Muslim superhero versus the pretty hair British superhero.
Yes, British superhero versus Jean Grey Red Phoenix. Take that, Becky Lynch.
Wait, which one of them is the Phoenix?
Mustafa Ali. He was wearing the red and gold colors.
Wait, he was wearing the red and gold of Phoenix. I thought that Phoenix also wears green and gold.
Well, there's also Red Phoenix, like Dark Phoenix, I think. You got to look it up, because there's
I know that. I know that she has had different outfits, and I didn't realize that the different outfits denoted different versions of the Phoenix.
Also, have you taken a look at Mustafa Ali's hair? It's shaded red.
There's a little bit of lightning in there. He coppered it out a little bit.
Do you hear Sasha Banks returning to WWE?
Mr. Geek Me Out?
Mr. Geek Me Out. I'm going to answer your question right now. I have not heard that news, and honestly, the last thing I heard about Mercedes Moné is that she's currently recuperating. She's recuperating from a foot injury that she suffered while when she wrestled Willow Nightingale for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship.
Yeah, the closest that we've got is apparently that last week there was an interview, a comment from Bayley saying that she's been begging Mercedes Moné to return to WWE after her stint in New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom end.
Yeah, but that's likely not going to happen. Mercedes Moné is doing pretty well right now, save for the injury. She's done a lot to put World Wrestling Stardom on the map, along with New Japan Pro Wrestling. At this point, she's made it very clear in interviews she has no interest in returning to the WWE anytime soon.
Hey, pal, never say never, pal.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Never say never.
So let's get back to Ali and Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate having enough of Mustafa Ali's shenanigans over the past 2 weeks. He's challenged him to a one-on-one match.
Was it Mustafa Ali being chicken shit special
crooked referee? Yeah, he was being a crooked referee.
Why?
On purpose, just to mess with them, because he wants a shot at the North American title from Wes Lee.
Okay, so what? Oh my God! No, real quick. Also, Vicente Guerrero in the chat was saying, let me see here. Blair stopping Roxy's comeback so soon, like seconds after it starts, is equal to Nathan Jones being stalked by Scott Steiner in their World WWA title match. Great on Roxy calling on mental health help being needed. You're right. Like I said, yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself, but there's. It doesn't feel like that message was conveyed the way she probably wanted it to. Yeah, Mustafa Ali, aka favorite guy to announce on Raw. Oh my God. How the hell did people mess this up? Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. I think that's why Vince wanted to shorten it to Ali.
Ali, pal. Let's just make him one name. You know, like Rollins.
Oh God, or Rusev. Or Apollo.
Cesare.
Anyways, so let's get back to the one-on-one match. Both these guys go at each other. They start by thank you for that. Ugh. They start by sizing each other up, doing a series of reversals on one another, getting one over the other, and it was really good, really great match. Tyler Bate at one point had Mustafa Ali over his shoulders to do an airplane spin, which is a classic. and this is the first time I've ever seen it countered. Mustafa Ali actually reversed the airplane spin and turned it into a satellite DDT before going to the ring apron and hitting his rolling cutter, rolling neck breaker. That was cool.
Thunder.
It was cool. It was really cool. I like that. Yeah, no. Both of these guys kept going at it. Mustafa Ali also countering Tyler Bates' suicide dive, and then he gets into the ring and he does a suicide dive of his own. You know, a little bit of one-upping his opponent, one-upping the big strong boy. And then
you can't go wrong with Mustafa Ali's offense. He's got the build of like a light heavyweight, but he's like only 196 pounds or something.
Let's see here. Mustafa Ali is 183.
83. Jesus, he's even lighter than I thought. But this
Tyler Bate, he's 175 pounds.
Good grief, these guys.
I know.
Okay, yeah, continue.
Hey man, not all wrestlers have to be big and buff.
Well, pal, if they're not 6'8" and 395 pounds, I don't want them.
It's wake up, man. This is a new program.
Paralegals.
Anyways, so we get to the finish. Yeah, thank you for that. So we get to the finish. Tyler Bate goes to the top rope, and he's about to hit a spiral tap. Mustafa Ali ducks out of the way, and Tyler Bate lands hard onto the canvas. Mustafa Ali goes over to the top rope and hits a 450 splash to secure the win. Your winner, Mustafa Ali.
Thank goodness. Okay, yeah, as far as the athleticism itself is concerned, yeah, the match was excellent. But as far as the storyline goes, shit.
Oh, the storyline continues because after the match, Mustafa Ali yelled right into the camera that he is challenging Wes Lee for the NXT North American title at the Great American Bash.
Just call it the Bash, pal.
Which will be on Sunday, July 30th. Which, unfortunately, there won't be a watch party, but we will discuss it.
Indeed, we will. And, yeah, so I guess that's how he gets his number one contendership up on this bitch. So, okay, sure.
Hells yeah.
If it works, it works. Okay.
But now let's get to the exciting segment of the night. We get first we get a segment featuring the NXT champion, the man who don't miss, the man who collects so many jerseys. He is him. That was awkward. Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams.
My pronouns are he, but not him.
Thank you.
Because we'll never be him.
We'll never be him. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams took umbrage to Rhea Ripley showing up on last week, delivering a verbal warning on behalf of the Judgment Day.
Really? So Rhea Ripley, okay, so yeah, that was her business there last week. I thought she was just there like, oh, hey, by the way, ladies, you all suck. I'm the women's world champion. Haha, eat my ass.
And Lyra's okay.
Yeah, and then Lyra Valkyria is okay. By the way, eat my ass. Haha.
Gladly. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
who would say no to Rhea?
Okay, I
gotta get mommy.
Okay, I gotta keep it down. I gotta bring it back on track. So, taking umbrage to Rhea Ripley showing up on NXT, Carmelo Hayes has invited the Judgment Day to show up next week on their turf in NXT.
That is gonna be bananas.
We're likely gonna be leading to. There's a lot of possibilities. We're likely going to be heading towards Carmelo Hayes versus Finn Balor for the NXT title, or because Damian Priest is Mr. Money in the Bank, Carmelo Hayes versus Damian Priest, should Damian Priest wish to cash in on the NXT title, which he can.
He can if he really wants to, but yeah, it's probably not.
Or another possibility, although that's likely not going to be the case, Carmelo Hayes versus Dominic Mysterio for the NXT title.
Really?
I said it's a possibility. It's not a certainty.
No disrespect to little dirty dum dum, but no, you know, I take it back. All the disrespect to dirty dum dum.
Oh my goodness,
moron!
And of course, not being one to take it sitting down. The leader of the Judgment Day, the former WWE Universal Champion, Finn Balor, he doesn't humbly
He's smiling like Vince taught him to.
I know
you'll be more over if you smile more, pal.
God, that's so weird. Finn Balor smiling. Finn Balor smiling accepts the invitation, and he'll be on NXT next week.
Oh no, this is gonna be bananas. I gotta love it. I love it to death.
With all these main roster superstars from Raw and SmackDown coming over to NXT, like on the one hand, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of main event main attraction from these guys coming in. But on the other hand, when you look at statistics and numbers, like it's all done to like boost the ratings of NXT Tuesday nights because they have
to be fair, it does deserve rating boosting. I mean, it's not as if they're not putting out a hell of a lot of content with NXT. They're putting a lot of work into it and giving NXT the rub from Raw and SmackDown superstars is a smart idea.
It is a smart idea, but ever since the rebrand, or rather not even, ever since they moved to Tuesday nights after NXT got their butts trounced by AEW Dynamite during the Wednesday night war, which we covered here on this channel if you'd like to look up our playlist, their numbers have just not been the same, and it's been floundering between the 500,000s to, I'm gonna say, roughly around the 800,000s, within that margin. For the past 2 years.
It's been around there.
It's been around there. But who knows? Maybe fortunes will turn around. But enough about all the good stuff. Let's talk about the meh stuff that happened on NXT.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Do we?
Yes, because it's another freaking encounter between Eddie Thorpe versus Damon Kemp. Oh, but Juan, this isn't just a regular encounter. Oh, no. These guys are wrestling under special rules.
What special rules? What are you talking about?
Juan, do you remember Raw Underground from 2020?
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
WWE brought back NXT Underground.
No! What the shit, Starscream? What in the... Okay, so they took the ropes off of the ring. What then? And they changed the ring mat to be black.
Well, Juan, if you remember our previous episodes from Wrestle Rewind...
I don't. I wiped them from my brain forever.
Okay.
I wanted it gone.
Okay, but for the sake of this episode, to reference Impact Wrestling, where we covered their fight pit match between Kenny King and Mike Bailey, how they dimmed the lights and he took away the ring ropes. Same idea. Except they called it NXT Underground instead of a pit fight.
Okay, what?
And the rules
but
are...
why did they name it with that after that damn stupid gimmick that they had Shane McMahon try to spearhead? Like, I'm taking over Raw, and I'm doing it to a whole new level. I'm calling it Raw Underground, and we're going to be fighting in the backstage. Hopping around.
With Dabba-Kato as their big star.
Nope, I don't. No, I'm not buying it. Also, Vicente,
with all the sexy dance girls.
No, Vicente in the chat. Oh yes, Dominic will truly, for sure, be the new NXT champion. Just like I am not lying about winning $350 million last night.
Thank you.
Fantastic, congratulations. Thank you, Vicente. Can you spot us $1 million each?
Yeah, please.
It won't hurt you.
Anyways, so the rules of the NXT Underground match. The only way, there's no disqualification. Anything goes. The only way to win is by submission or knockout. So it's basically they're the closest to an MMA shoot fight as they're ever gonna get.
I thought that other fight pit that they had for NXT, what was it with Matt Riddle or
Seth Rollins? Yes,
Seth Rollins.
Yes. Oh no. These between the fight pit cage and NXT Underground, those are two examples of like how WWE will push that envelope to go into mixed martial arts and shit, After all, they're partnered with UFC. Anyway, so...
No, please, let's get this over with.
All right, so while the Mike Bailey versus Kenny King match was more strike-oriented, there was more kicks and punches, more strikes in their match, this was a little more grounded, more wrestling-oriented, but not in the pro wrestling sense, but more amateur wrestling sense. There was a lot, especially from Damon Kemp. Damon Kemp got a lot of offense in on Eddie Thorpe, grounding him down with a bunch of takedowns, and then deadlifting him off of the ground, hitting him with a bunch of exploder suplexes and German suplexes in the ring. And even at one point, he even tossed Eddie Thorpe from the ring outside onto the floor, and Eddie Thorpe landed hard ways right onto the back of his neck.
Oof. This is the reason why they had Booker T wearing the goddamn tank top?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because he wants to be part of the cool kids, man.
No.
Come
Just
on,
no.
you can still. Can you still dig it, sucker?
Booker T, you're an excellent wrestler. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, be said to say, NXT Underground looks like Ken Shamrock's Valor bare knuckle boxing fed. Ooh, okay, that would be that's definitely a choice.
It's also important to note that Eddie Thorpe was accompanied by Damon Kemp's real-life brother, Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson, who WWE signed a couple of years ago. Still waiting for him to do something in the WWE.
Anything.
Yeah, remember when he showed up at WrestleMania last year in Dallas and just did one thing?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, tell us how this match goes.
All right. So yeah, after during this whole match, while after Eddie Thorpe observed a lot of offense from Damon Kemp, which by the way, Damon Kemp is still wearing the Donkey Kong singlet. Like the way Gable Steveson rushed over to Eddie Thorpe's aid, like he went over to the ground. I didn't know what words were exchanged, but like he kept showing off these gold medals, like right in front of Eddie Thorpe to try and get him back on his feet. Like, what are you doing?
What the hell are you doing? That's not motivating. That's terribly distracting.
So Eddie Thorpe gets back on the feet. The both men get back in the ring after some brawling at ringside. Eddie Thorpe hits a combination of strikes, and then he locks into triangle chokehold, locking in both Damon Kemp's head and arm. And while Damon Kemp is locked in, unable to break out of the submission, Eddie Thorpe hits a series of elbow strikes right onto Damon Kemp's head until the referee called for the bell. Your winner by referee stoppage, Eddie Thorpe.
Ow.
Yes.
Wait, you said that it was only being knockout or pin or submission.
A referee stoppage is WWE term for knockout.
What? What? No, don't just give me 1980 Sylvester Stallone shit at me and freaking give me an explanation. I mean it.
Okay, the explanation is, after the match, then some dudes from ringside ran over to try to pick a fight with Gable Steveson. Gable, showing off his amateur wrestling chops, laid out all the baddies at ringside with a series of belly-to-belly suplexes. One by damn one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, that's what happened. Yep, nope, that's what happened. The referee called for the referee awarded the victory to Eddie Thorpe by referee stoppage, and there is no explanation as to why that's the case, Wancho. Please send your theories over to my inbox, as I will never read them.
No. Okay, WWE, it's clear that
why can't you say knockout?
No, yeah, it's clear that they're trying. It's very clear that they're trying. And it's so sweet that they're trying. It's so sweet.
Okay, listen.
It's so sweet that they're trying. And it's
listen, the caged fight pit that they had in NXT and at Extreme Rules last year,
with freaking Matt Riddle knocking the shit out of people.
That is the best example of WWE incorporating MMA into their matches. NXT Underground and Raw Underground would be the opposite.
Shit's making me ableist!
Please don't.
God damn it!
Oh, boy.
Vicente, usual WWE booking. We even break our own booking rules.
Oh, no. Get ready for things to really start to break. As I kid you not, I was looking up these video segments on YouTube, and it was very hard for me to decide because there were plenty of bad segments that happened on NXT, but I think this one may have taken the cake. This is a backstage segment of Noam Dar, the former NXT Heritage Cup winner and the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion. Noam Dar, he seems to be at a crossroads in life. He seems to have a hard time letting go. Now, Juan and I, we saw this. This was a 1.5-minute segment long. And at first they zoomed it. At first, the segment started with a close up on Noam Dar, leaving a mystery of who he's talking to. Like it sounded like he was talking to a lover.
It sounded like he was talking to someone that he missed, someone that he was in love with, someone that he treasured above all else. He was talking to this stupid ass photo, this framed picture of the Heritage Cup.
And yeah, he kept going on throwing words like saying like, "Oh, I can't continue without you. It's driving me crazy. You complete me."
And his freaking weird nobody people faction,
the metaphor,
it zooms out and they're like, okay, this motherfucker needs some help.
Juan is laughing because if he doesn't laugh, he's gonna shout and scream things.
I'm still shouting and screaming things because this is stupid.
This is a very bad segment.
Stop being stupid.
This is so horrible. This is really, really, really bad.
This was terrifying, man. I swear to Bob.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Noam Dar, I like the guy. He's a great wrestler, but in doing these type of segments, like, it just doesn't feel
like him. It feels
feel
like
him.
a weird, creepy dude who is in love with a tin cup.
Who's in love with a trophy.
Who's in love with a trophy.
Like, come on, man. It's a trophy. Move on. Get some actual gold around your waist.
Exactly. Get yourself focus on getting your hands on a championship you can wear, son. It's all about wearable tech.
Also, how bad it must be for the other groups in this stable, like having to be saddled with this stupid storyline. Oh man, I feel bad for all of them. Noam Dar, Oro Mensah, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson. Like, this is not going to get over this new form faction in any way.
Freak Matthew Colbert.
Go for it.
Taser phase. It's metaphorical. I forgot about that stupid
Oh my god.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. What the hell, man?
Taserface is such an awesome character.
He wants it to be his trophy wife. Oh my god. Oh, that's priceless. That was too easy. I didn't even realize. That was cheat. I didn't realize that joke. I could have made it. Oh hell. Oh. Like you said, if I don't laugh, I'm shouting and screaming.
I applaud WWE for trying to get the faction over some way, but in terms of creative, it looks like that cup is only half full.
Ow! You dick. Okay, that was good. That was good.
God, this was horrible.
It was terrible. Should we move to the...
Yes, let's move on to the main event segment, because now we have the former NXT champion, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker! Fucking hell. Delayed reaction there.
No, okay, why is he wearing Cora Jade's tank tops?
What are you talking about? That's not Cora Jade's tank tops. That's Undertaker's tank top from 2018.
No, he clearly stole that out of Cora Jade's side of the closet. I mean, look at how high up it is in the collar.
Really?
Look at how in cut it is from the sleeves.
Sure it doesn't belong to Baron Corbin? Anyways, so Braun Breaker got on the mic, and he was out there bragging and boasting how he has the most intensity. He is the most intense, aggressive wrestler in the WWE, and how he had a great match against Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight title at Gold Rush 2 weeks ago, which popped like huge rating numbers for NXT, and the numbers are high because of Braun Breaker. And like I said, this heel dialogue sounded so like, it just sounded too standard for me.
It sounded too standard. It was not. He had no real oomph in it. It was.
He tried to, because he talks like this, but
everybody here, so you all better listen up. You all better listen up here, buddy. I'm the only one who brought in the ratings. I'm the only one that brought in the winner of the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins, and I took it to him. I'm the one who makes NXT relevant. I'm the longest reigning NXT champion in the history of NXT. Everybody knows What's up? I'm the biggest dog in NXT. Ain't nobody gonna take me down.
Well, hold on a minute, Braun. Someone might take an issue with that because Braun Breaker is interrupted by the Tsar of NXT, Ilya Dragunov.
Hells yeah.
Ilya Dragunov has been ambushed by Braun Breaker in the past couple of weeks, and he has stood face to face to tell him that he is on his way to challenging for the NXT Championship, and the only person that's standing in Ilya Dragunov's way is Braun Breaker. And
How does that work?
Huh?
How does that work? Braun Breaker is nowhere near the championship picture anymore. How is he? What?
How is that?
Because he was the former champion?
Because he was a former champion, and Braun Breaker might go after the NXT title again, but
might go after the title. Why don't they actually make it certain? Why doesn't he actually say you know what? What's next? I think I'm gonna retake something that's rightfully mine. I'm gonna challenge Carmelo Hayes. Why doesn't he actually make a proclamation?
Because Carmelo Hayes is already in a feud with Finn Balor in the Judgment Day.
Well, then what the shit star scream?
But don't worry, Juan. This segment definitely comes to a close because both these guys engage into a huge pull-apart brawl.
Wait, we get a Pier 6 brawl?
Yes, with a time-honored tradition in pro wrestling.
Yes!
Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Yeah! Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov brawled in the ring and out into the Titantron area with many referees and officials trying to pull apart both of these competitors as the show fades to black.
God almighty, that is so ratchet. I gotta love it. Yeah, and you're right, Vicente. Braun's promos are what happens when WWE refuses to stop having scripted promos. The fans hate it.
Yeah, the fans
just
really...
let Braun Breaker step up and step out and say, you know
I
what?
think I know what WWE is doing.
What the bloody hell could they possibly be doing?
Okay, I want you to picture this in your mind, Juancho. It has been over nearly 10 years since WWE got on their way with their project to make Roman Reigns as the next face of the WWE. I think that it's 2023 now. We're going into 2024. We're halfway there. And WWE is looking for the next top guy to be the face of the company. And Braun Breaker might be that top guy.
Then here's my question. What's he still doing pussyfooting around NXT?
He may be pussyfooting in NXT, but not for long. I'm predicting that both Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov will have a blow-off match at the Great American Bash at the end of July, and that will be Braun Breaker's final match in NXT, and that will be his official ascension to the main roster. And that's when the main event push is going to start for Braun Breaker. Like, they did it with Roman Reigns. They did it with John Cena. How much you want to bet WWE is going to back the machine behind Braun Breaker?
If that's what they're planning on doing, then that's
I don't know.
not the way to go about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is not the way to go about it, people. Listen, you need to let Braun Breaker breathe. Let him speak. Let him actually trust the wrestlers to convey what you want them to say. Trust them, for crying out loud. What the friggity diggity fuck is wrong with these people?
Exactly. The wrestlers like Austin, The Rock, and John Cena, they were able to get over not just because of their wrestling ability, but their ability to connect with the crowd organically, not relying on anything scripted or rehearsed. And it's the same argument can be made by Roman Reigns to an extent, because from 2014 until 2019 has shown us that the WWE's way of pushing the top guy doesn't work. And when Roman Reigns came back and his promos felt more organic and more believable,
he's full of something else.
Yes, it showed that WWE...
Succotash, son.
Oh, God, shut up. It showed that WWE finally trusts Roman to get over on his own because Roman finally found his footing as the tribal chief.
Then what the hell? Learn from that. Give these newbies the same kind of trust. Well, apparently, no, we're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, and, well, also, when you compare the other characters to Braun Breaker, let's be honest. Braun Breaker, I don't know, Juancho. What do you think? Do you think Braun Breaker is a one-note character now that we've talked about him over the course of his debut?
He's only one note because we're not giving him the room to breathe. They're not coaching him in how to do promos. They're telling him, here's a script, memorize it, read this script. Freaking dumbasses. What the hell? Like you said, they haven't learned their fucking lesson.
Unfortunately, you're right. Like, he's a great wrestler. He has a lot of ability, but like, there's really not much more else to Braun Breaker outside of, oh, he's this intense wrestler, the son of Rick Steiner.
You could be that and just show like where he is in terms of where he's is in terms of alignment. Easy. And he's a good guy, he can't be fucked with. When he's a bad guy, he should not be fucked with. It's that easy. Fucking this guy came out of a freaking cookie cutter mold strictly for WWE, and they're still trying to force him into a different mold. At least Ilya Dragunov, he's got his personality, whether he's a face or a heel, you can see that he puts in the time and effort on it.
Right, exactly. All right, well, you know what? Enough talk about NXT. Let's go ahead and switch gears to talk about this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
Oh, yes. And AEW Dynamite takes place over in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yay, so much Canada.
So much Canada.
We're not Canadians at all.
All over my TV. Yeah, I know, we're not Canadians, but I'd like to visit Canada sometime, but that's just me. All right, so Dynamite opens up with the first round quarterfinals match in the blind tag team tournament, which is basically like a bunch of AEW wrestlers mixed together, randomly drawn as a tag team, and they compete in the tournament, and the winner of the tournament challenges FTR for the AEW World Tag Team titles. And in this quarterfinals match, we have the team of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus the team of Darby Allin and the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. Now, this was actually a good opening match because they actually told two stories. First of all, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. They actually were a tag team in the past until Swerve turned heel.
Swerve in our glory.
Swerve in our glory until Swerve turned on Keith Lee and formed his group, the Mogul Affiliates. And there was never a definitive blow-off to wrap up the rivalry. So as far as they're concerned, they have unfinished business, and now they're put together as a tag team. Again. Yeah, no. Another story.
Have you noticed how almost every single episode of Dynamite starts with some match involving Orange Cassidy in it?
It does.
It's almost as if Tony Khan has a favorite wrestler.
Yeah, I know. I freaking know. But
I'm not saying that sarcastically at all.
You know what?
Look at that. The people dropped off the moment we mentioned Orange Cassidy.
Damn it.
God dang it.
Well, you know what? Orange Cassidy may be Tony Khan's favorite, but the real fan favorite during the opening match was Keith Lee, as Keith Lee showed a display of incredible strength, tossing around Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy like they were a bunch of rag dolls, while Swerve Strickland is in his corner, letting the big guy do all the legwork.
Jackass.
Yeah, no. Keith Lee definitely shined in this tag match, and despite the conflict between Keith Lee and Swerve, they were able to have in-ring chemistry together, and they were able to take control of the tag match for a while. Both of these guys continue to square off. At one point, Keith Lee was about to hit his finishing move, but then Orange Cassidy reversed it and turned it into a satellite DDT. And and then both these guys were at ringside. Like both Keith Lee and Orange Cassidy brawled at ringside. Darby Allin was in the ring with Swerve Strickland, and to wrap up the match, Darby Allin locks in his pinning move called the Last Supper. He locks his opponent's legs in a figure four, and then snaps back to keep the shoulders pinned to win. Your winners and advancing in the blind tag team tournament, Darby Allin and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you.
God almighty. All right, well, at least they're keeping things interesting, and of course, we gotta make Orange look really strong, pal.
Oh my god. The match was fun, but I don't know. I think the wrong team went over. Orange Cassidy really doesn't need the World Tag Team titles. I think Orange
And
Cassidy.
neither does Darby Allin. I thought he was one of the 4 pillars of the world of it. Like, fucking doofus. He doesn't even know how to do pillars properly. No, seriously. It would be a much more compelling storyline where you have Swerve and Our Glory working and actually winning despite the fact that they hate each other's guts now.
That would be great. That would be awesome. And, it's a big fall from grace when it comes to Darby Allin, because he was in a compelling storyline against Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho with Sting that wrapped up last week. And now he's placed in this blind tag tournament with Orange Cassidy, who on a weekly basis has been defending the AEW International title in admittedly really, really great one-on-one matches. I mean, there's no denying Orange Cassidy has, put some...
For the record, we're not ever going to take anything away from Orange Cassidy's athleticism or his in-ring ability. However, the dorky gimmick is still dorky, and the fact that Tony Khan slobbers his own knob at the thought of Orange Cassidy, which is clear and apparent any single time you see him see Orange Cassidy even mentioned anywhere near that coked-out dweeb's ear holes, that he loses his absolute mind. It sours people on it. If you were to have Orange Cassidy actually evolve as a character, evolve as a personality, then maybe, just maybe, people might be able to get behind him a little bit more than just, he's the flippy guy that has a very special belt because our very special boy thinks that he's the specialist wrestler specials.
Yeah,
Vicente in the chat. If Orange had any mic skills, he could have built this up. Talking about a triple threat match where Keith threw him out of the ring, accidentally broke Orange's arm. Cassidy was not in the match anymore. Yeah, see what I mean? For Jesus Christ's sake, come on, man.
Yeah, no. Cassidy has the same problem as Braun Breaker. He's fun to watch. His gimmick was cool after a while, but the more you see him, if there's no character progression or evolution or any layers added to Orange Cassidy, he runs the risk of being too one-note and being, stale.
Why do you think I've turned on it?
I know. Ugh, it's bad. It's really bad. But it's okay, Juancho. Wipe that frown upside down, because guess what, my friend?
What?
We're gonna move on to we're gonna switch things up again. We're gonna first talk about the best segment on AEW Dynamite, and I kid you not, and it's one of my favorites right now. It is a training montage with the AEW World Champion MJF and Adam Cole, baby.
Okay, I got to see parts of this, and it was freaking stupid, and I loved it.
It was so good. I love it.
Now, obviously, anytime seeing professional wrestlers, train or practice in the ring, trying to work with each other, or, trying to work on each other, different moves and all that stuff, God almighty, God damn it, Vicente, in the chat. Well, if the rumors are true, Orange is still winning in life as he's fucking Chris Statlander. Big win. God
Whoa!
No wonder he's got a pep. Oh my God! I hope that's not what's going on.
I hope that's not true.
No. I have a really negative thought, and I don't want to do that.
Let's not. Let's talk about MJF and Adam Cole, baby.
Because I don't want to say that. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to say it. I'm sorry.
Fine, say it one time. You get one.
Is that the reason why Chris Statlander got the TBS title?
I certainly hope not. All right, so let's get back to it.
Let's get back to this, please, because this is much more. Okay, this at least is
more entertaining. Adam Cole and MJF are paired together in the blind tag tournament for the AEW World Tag Team titles. MJF, wanting to stay on good graces with Adam Cole, baby, and wanting to become a double champion himself. X spends a little more time to bond with his mixed tag partner, and these two pump some iron over here at the gym. Working on bench pressing. I like this.
MJF is starting off with some bench pressing over here.
Well, Adam Cole's just like, yeah, you got this. You don't need a spotter.
Oh, hey, can you spot me, bro? Can you spot me, pal? Oh, hey, where's your matching I'm better than you, baby t-shirt that I got made for us? Oh, yeah, I forgot the shirt. Sorry, buddy.
And then, of course, yes, in classic MJF faction, we actually get a fat joke because there's an overweight guy in the gym who's working out, and MJF makes a bad joke saying like, wow, the guy's so fat. When he went to go clean his clothing in the laundromat, they told him they don't do curtains.
Oh, that is so stupid. But like, at the same time,
It's MJF.
That is an MJF ism line, whatever. Like, yeah,
It's a bad joke from a guy you're supposed to hate anyway.
Yeah, and at the same time, like, even Adam Cole, baby, is like, dude, seriously, come on, man.
Oh yeah. No. And then as MJF was about to crack a joke about another guy, like Adam Cole, like stopped and like, dude, stop, all right? Because you know why? Why? Because that other schmuck over there, he kind of reminds me of, and they both say in unison, Tony Schiavone, because they both hate him.
Because they go freaking bloody figure. Like, oh hey, they found some common ground. Wasn't it just a week or two ago that MJF was trying to have Adam Cole murdered?
Just about. Yeah.
Help me out here. Remind me, why the hell should
Wait, Adam Cole murder? I don't remember that.
Like, oh hey, I'm gonna have these guys beat you up because I'll be damned if you're my tag partner. What was going on?
Oh no. Yeah. He was being that was what happened. I think it was on Rampage.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
All right, go on, go on. Like,
by the way, I actually do want to compliment you, Juancho. You actually have. I don't think I've said this enough, but your hair looks pretty awesome tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, your hair, your facial hair, I gotta say, not bad. Really good. You know why? Because it reminds me of Tony Schiavone! Oh. I had to. You know what?
Fuck?
You know what? I'll take it. It's better than getting punched. Oh, God.
That wasn't a real punch, YouTube. I didn't even touch him. It's a special effect. It's a camera trick, pal. It's how entertainment works. Boom. Roll with the punch, right? Boom.
Yeah, roll with the dumbass.
Adam Cole sees MJF benching the whole time. Adam's thinking, what the fuck is this? I never lift weights. Good point.
Actually, he does, because when Adam Cole lifts weights, like, holy shit, he's not just some skinny dude. Like, come on, man.
He's not some scrawny dude. Like, I guess he just has that weird build. It's so odd.
It happens, man. But now this leads to the exciting match of the night, as both MJF and Adam Cole, baby, are in tag action, and their opponents is a mixed tag of Magic Matt Bernard and The Butcher.
Okay, so The Butcher doesn't even get the blade.
No, because they're mixed up. They got mixed up in the lottery.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
All right. So, MJF got in a lot of offense during this match. Like, he was struggling against Magic Matt Bernard and The Butcher during the whole time. He tried, like, there were moments when he tried to get into tag with Adam Cole. Adam Cole's trying to, hype up his tag partner to get him over there. And at one point, like, MJF, like, he was struggling. And at one point, he had his, like, leg caught by The Butcher. By Matt Bernard. MJF was going to go for a punch. He faked him and then poked him in the eyes before tagging in Adam Cole, and the fans came unglued. The fans of Eddington, Alberta came unglued for Adam Cole, as Adam Cole knocked out both The Butcher and Magic Matt Bernard, and even laid out Magic Matt Bernard with his finishing move, the Boom. And during that time, MJF was trying to tag him, say, like, double clothesline, but Adam Cole's like, no. Pins and wins. Your winners and advancing to the semifinals of this blind tag tournament, MJF and Adam Cole, baby.
All right, not too bad at all over here. Okay, this is definitely an interesting dynamic, and we can get behind it. But this actually speaks to something that I've been noticing in the character over the years of Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Is it okay if I can actually get on camera for this one? Because I'm going to do a little bit of character analysis here for you. If it's not too much trouble.
You know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and put you on the camera. Juan, offer a bit of your insight with Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yeah, here we go. Also, let me get your butthole cushion over here. Man, I don't care about your butthole cushion. All right, so
you're a butthole.
Yes, I am a butthole, and that's your butthole cushion. All right, how's it going, folks? Juan Rouse with the Ravens Vlog. I'm usually behind the camera, but I'm not behind the camera. Real quick, Wolf is in the chat. Hey, up there, Wolf. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Saying our AEW fan hub is liking this blind eliminator tournament. This is the perfect vehicle for Cole and MJF. Now, if you guys have noticed over the years, you kind of have a weird personality sort of crutch when it comes to MJF, that when he's being a heel, when he's being an a-hole, like he's got his usual sticks. He runs down the hometown, he runs down the locals, he is trying to like put himself over because he's like number one, the best ever, right? Salty Earth, he's better than you and you know it. But if you notice, when he latches onto someone, when there's someone that has like a prolonged exposure to, as like someone that he was like that he's either rivaling with or someone that he's teaming with.
Case in point, Chris Jericho and CM Punk.
Okay, there's a really weird attachment. There's a really, and this is coming from my ass. I have really bad attachment and abandonment issues and shit. But like this is coming from me. If I'm noticing it, you know it's a problem. MJF comes off a little too close, a little too creepy, a little too into you, a little too dare I say, in love with the character. If you don't believe me, 2 words. Dinner debonair. What kind of a guy goes ahead and jumps in to a full-blown musical number with someone that he isn't soul-crushingly, like, parasocially attached to?
Screw you, I still loved it.
That's not, I'm saying that he's clearly was attached to Chris Jericho when he was attached to CM Punk in their rivalry before the dog collar match that they had. It was insane because you saw that MJF was showing the heart, the drive, the connection. Like he's the super fan. He's the creepy fan almost, if you would. And now we're expected to believe, after a week and a half or whatever from trying to destroy Adam Cole, baby, before the Blind Eliminator Tag Tournament could even start properly, freaking MJF is all up in this, and now he's like wants Adam Cole and him to be the best buds forever, like he's part of the Undisputed Era all over again. They even had, was it during commercials or after the it was during commercials, right? Where MJF was during commercial breaks. He's like, hey, by the way, Adam Cole, I know it's your birthday. Folks, bring out the birthday cake. And,
actually, no, that wasn't during commercial. That actually happened after the match.
Oh, it was after the match.
Yeah,
what?
I was going to bring it up.
Okay.
I was going to bring it up.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll let you bring it up. But the point is, MJF has sort of a stalker fan, a sort of stan connection with either his rival or his partner or whatever. And he always ends up poisoning himself in it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Boom shakalaka. There you go. Take your butt pillow back.
All right. Thank you very much, Juan, for the in-depth character analysis. Psychoanalysis of MJF here. But yes, getting things back on track. After the match, yes, there was a post-match segment where MJF and the rest of the Eddington crowd celebrated Adam Cole's birthday, baby. And MJF brought in a bunch of stooges over into the ring with the birthday cake. And unfortunately, things did not go as planned, as MJF got his face, kicked in the face. And much to Adam Cole's delight, which Adam Cole was like, "Thank you very much, thanks for the birthday, MJF," and just walked out of the ring.
Yeah, and it was funny. He's like, "Thanks for the gesture, I appreciate it." And MJF is still like, "Yeah, he's my best friend. He got me. I didn't try to murder him last week."
Now, Juan,
real quick, if you said in the chat, LOL at the fake A move, the eye gouge, timeless spot. Damian Steele did a handspring eye gouge to Big Dick Dudley at an XPW show in 2000. MJF attaches the guys in his feuds as a man 100% living his gimmick. That is so freaking creepy, isn't it, though?
Oh, yeah, and you know what? Wolf made a good point. MJF actually did it briefly with Sammy Guevara during their program heading to Double or Nothing.
What in the world is this? What is this, dude? Yo, Maxwell, seek help. Like, no, you know, I like don't listen to me. Listen to the king himself. If I can even find it anymore, I probably can't.
I don't know what you did with it.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, no,
it's gone. Wait. Hang on a minute.
There it is. Hang on. There we go.
There we go.
I'll put it up over here. But seriously, Maxwell, from one guy with attachment issues to another, stop it. Get some help.
All right.
Come on, man.
I get what you're saying, by the way, Juan. Counter argument. Remember that this is all a ruse for MJF. In this case, MJF is just interested in adding more gold to his collection. He wants to become double champion.
Is that what MJF himself has said? Or if it ain't something he's explicitly pulling out, it's nothing but conjecture, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, like, come on. With all the things that he's done, his interests
We
are
know
always
that's all it
self-serving.
is. We know that, but he tries to couch himself as like he's such a misunderstood guy. He just wants the Adam Cole baby to be his friend, baby. That's why he had specially made T-shirts. I'm better than you, baby. That Adam Cole baby forgot to wear, baby.
Oh my goodness.
But seriously, Maxwell, get some help.
All right. Now, unfortunately, we do have to bring it down to a couple of notches as we get to the meh match of the night. And this was nothing more than an enhancement match for one of the greatest trios in AEW history. Everybody loves The Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed with daddy ass. Oh God! Wait. Okay. I hope that these guys didn't look like curtain jerking jackoffs. I swear to God, Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, Billy Gunn. These guys are all bona fide, like, made men. Like, tell me they at least looked good.
They looked great. It's their opponents that look like a bunch of curtain jerk-offs.
Okay, who are their opponents?
Get this, Juancho. It was The Blade teaming with. Do you remember the Singh brothers from WWE, who were accompanied by Jinder Mahal, the Bollywood boys? It's them.
No.
Oh yes.
All right, let's get this over with.
Yeah, Max Caster started off with his rhymes, chopping down the Bollywood boys in classic fashion.
He always knocks him out of the park.
He always knocks him out of the park. And like I said, this trios match was nothing more than an enhancement match.
You were about to call it a 6-man tag properly. Instead, you went for the freaking company line. Ha!
Shut
Hobo.
up. Anyway.
Like Vicente in the chat, even Tony Khan once told MJF he was going too far with healing it up. MJF is so great, he works the owner/booker. Like, Vicente, I don't know if you noticed, everybody in that fucking company is working the owner/booker.
Yes. So getting back to it, like I said, this match was only a couple of minutes. It was designed to get the Acclaimed over. I mean, they're obviously not going to lose to a bunch of schmucks slapped together at the last minute.
Especially not bargain basement 99-cent store carrying cross the blade.
I know, right?
Take that.
I know. Anyways, so yeah, the Acclaimed, they won in quick fashion, hitting the scissor me timbers move before scissoring each other in the ring, in celebration. And then
scissor me properly.
I'm scissoring you.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn hits the one and only finishing move on one of the Bollywood boys before Max Caster drops in with the mic drop to pin and win. Your winners, the Acclaimed.
However, there was a little bit of action after the match, wasn't there?
Yes, the celebration was cut short by this damn Jezebel from QTV, Harley Cameron.
Okay, this girl who clearly has no working gaydar, who tried to mack it up with Anthony Bowens. Okay. Let's see tell me what she did. Tell us what she did.
Not getting the rejection out of her system. Harley Cameron says that next week on Dynamite, she's going to show off her musical chops to make the Acclaim look like yesterday's news. And yeah, she's clearly taunting Anthony Bowens, like, I'll see you next week, Bowens. Mwah.
What the shit, woman? Do you need Anthony Bowens' adorable boyfriend to whip your ass, girl?
Do you need
Take a hint?
Do you need rainbow landing lights to signal you that he's doesn't swing that way?
You know what? This applies to her too. Harley Cameron, stop it. Get some help. Girl, he's just not that into you. He never will be. I am straight as fuck. And even I understand properly working gaydar. Like, yeah, okay, Anthony Bowens is probably gay. Then you see his boyfriend, like, okay, so he's definitely gay. They're adorable. I hope they're happy. Apparently, this broad from down under can't take a hint.
I really don't care.
She's taking it very hard.
She's taking it too hard. And
oh, God. I just set myself up for a bad one. If I don't say it, somebody else will. I bet that Harley Cameron definitely wants Anthony Bowens to take her hard. Ha. Okay.
Right
if I didn't say it, somebody else would.
Yeah, she wants to take it hard, right in the down under.
God damn it all to hell.
She is Australian, you know that.
That's why I said it over here. This little Aussie dumbass over here. Vicente, the Bollywood boys should have been in Impact long ago. They could have been cool with Rahit Raju. That would have, see, that makes sense. That makes a little bit of sense. But no, we got Bhupinder Gujar up in there, and like they're all treading water. What the fuck?
Plus, you know, Tony Khan has money. But anyways,
that doesn't necessarily mean it's good.
Okay, fine, whatever. Getting back to it, I'm ready for the Acclaim to just move on. This is just nothing more than a pit stop for them because the Acclaim, they're so damn over in AEW. Like in terms of long-term future investments, the Acclaim is one of the stars of AEW right now that has no ties to being ex-WWE guys or being ex this or ex that.
No, they went straight from Indies to AEW, and they made a name for themselves. They were little heels, and then they became certified badass tag champions. Everybody fell in love with the Acclaimed. Daddy Ass is good, his seal of approval all over him. Everybody's scissoring each other in sight of the Acclaimed.
Juan, I actually wanted to bring up something because we actually had a personal debate about this, about AEW and their future investments, and I forgot to bring up the Acclaimed.
Okay, yeah, that like the Acclaimed are one very fine example of an investment in AEW that has paid off. Now, why are they feuding with an Aussie girl with no gaydar? What is she bringing in a tag team of her own? Is she a manager? What is she doing? I know that she's in QTV with QT Marshall,
and Johnny TV
and Johnny TV. So is that what it is? QT Marshall and Johnny Mundo TV,
Morrison.
Nitro, Morrison, Impact, Johnny SmackDown, Johnny Come Lately, Johnny Be Good, Johnny Casey Jones. What? Like, is that the rivalry? Because I would imagine that they would actually be involved in the match. Apparently not.
I think we're probably going to get a blow off on a later Dynamite or on Collision. Who knows?
Who knows? Let's see where this goes. I hope that this is something that actually leads to something worth a damn. All right.
Well, here's something that ain't worth a damn. It's a backstage segment with the newly heel turned Jack Perry. Yeah, Jack Perry just came rolling in on his expensive SUV. Tony Schiavone caught up with him, and Jack Perry is outraged that last week he was interrupted by Hook, and he was chased out of the building by Hook. So he is going to Tony Khan's office, and he is demanding a match with Hook for the FTW title.
You mean the FTW title that has no official standing in the AEW, is not an officially sanctioned championship, doesn't have any history except for what was originally held by his father Taz, and therefore doesn't actually have any real merit, and doesn't have any standing at all.
Oh, Perry. Jack Perry, how you have fallen.
No, I can only imagine how talking to Tony Khan like that would look like. It would look similar to how Chris Jericho threw that titty attack at the press scrum after what was it, Double or Nothing over here?
Yeah.
No, Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you're out of line, Jericho. You're out of line, Chris. That's how we do it. You're out of line.
I want to do it, but you're out of line. You need to go.
You need to go. You're out of line. Like, boy, what the shit?
He
acts
so
like
weird.
A hyperactive maniac at the wrong moments. He acts like somebody whose blood has been transfused with liquid Zoloft at the wrong moments. Why the hell are we doing this? Why the hell does Tony Khan even try? He sucks at this. Don't give him microphones anymore. I'm not even pissed off at Jungle Jack over here. Jungle Jack off over here, clearly rating the goodwill to say like, hey, maybe if I look like 1998 The Rock, then people will think I'm a real cool heel by wearing a satin shirt with leopard print on it.
Now, I wish I had a better picture of it, but the interview was cut short as Hook ran down to the parking lot and once again brawled with Jack Perry, getting the better of the assault.
Wait, why don't we have a shot of that?
Because everything was moving too fast.
That actually sounds cool.
Hook's face was hidden.
Well, then why the hell did we still kind of see that? Whatever. Okay, I Whatever. I didn't produce the segment. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
We're not here to put Tony Khan on trial.
No, actually, we kind of are. No, see, in the chat, even Wolf is saying over here, true, how could Tony Khan legally sanction a title match that isn't owned by AEW? And
the only person who has any close to any legality of the FTW title would be Taz.
Yeah, and Taz, after he was super pissed off and indignant at Forbidden Door, he sort of brushed it off a few days later. What the fuck, Taz?
Also, damn.
Did he get into that Zoloft?
Also, in terms of wrestlers that really fell down the pecking order, yeah, Jungle Boy went from feuding for the AEW World Title at Double or Nothing.
He's one of the 4 pillars.
To trying to challenge for the IWGP Heavyweight Title at Forbidden Door, and now he's trying to go after the FTW title.
Why? I don't.
He's falling down the pecking order.
What's his face? Vicente is saying, Johnny, I'm lucky to marry for marrying Taya. Yeah, no,
I know.
No kidding.
Oh my goodness.
And Wolf, send me to Taz's office. All right, so listen up here, Cole. You want to challenge my son Hook for the FTW title, Cole? You're gonna have to step up, Cole, and you're gonna have to show me how hardcore you can be, Cole.
Red Hook, 7:30.
All right, FT Dub, what? I'll stop. I'll stop picking on Taz, Cole.
All right.
All right, Cole, let's get in on the... Oh, next up, Hook's first ever comedy spot. He beats down Jack Perry, then stuffs a Jack-in-the-Box burger down his throat.
Oh!
Ha.
Yeah.
Ha.
But now let's get to the main event. Juan, it's your boy.
Wait, which one?
It's a one-on-one match between representing the Blackpool Combat Club, Wheeler Yuta, versus representing the Elite, the Cleaner, Kenny Omega.
Okay, I'm going to pretend that I don't have working ear holes. Otherwise, I'm going to rage for no good reason. I'm sure that the match was excellent, but then again, I've always noted, I've been the one who's been pointing out, anytime Kenny Oblivious is stateside, he phones in half of his matches. I hope that's not the case, but I hold very little hope when it comes to having logical common sense when it comes to Kenny.
This main event was actually pretty good.
Okay, please explain.
All right. So after some great back and forth action, Wheeler Yuta actually putting in most of the punishment on Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega is actually selling the injured bandages that he suffered from his one-on-one match against Will Ospreay at the Forbidden Door.
So what? He's got his shoulder and his back with that
tape.
Yeah, with that tape stuff?
with the injured bandages. Yes.
Injured band. I thought it was like those black muscle exercise tape.
No, it's not that.
No.
So getting back to
that would make a little more sense, but that's just me.
No, it's all right. Wheeler Yuta obviously working over Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega absorbing a lot of the offense, selling the injuries. And both these guys have back and forth action. Kenny Omega at one point tried to go for the V trigger, and Wheeler Yuta was able to counter it. There was also a lot of reversals with pinfalls between the two, Omega and Wheeler Yuta. We also have a cool superplex spot as Wheeler Yuta was about to fly from the top turnbuckle. Kenny Omega stopped him in his tracks, and after some back and forth exchange of right hands, Kenny Omega was able to hit Wheeler Yuta with a top rope superplex. The fans came alive for their Canadian hero because because Omega's from Canada. He's from that town. I would have
never guessed.
He's from that town.
I had no idea.
He was leveling up.
I was never told.
At Winnipeg.
No, my goodness.
His hometown, Winnipeg.
Oh wow! I this is news.
In celebration, almost stuff.
I'm learning this for the first time ever in life.
Oh my god. I'm gonna stop. Oh my god.
Okay, we get it. He's from
Canada. So yeah, no. After some more intense back and forth, Kenny Omega finally put away the young Wheeler Yuta with the V trigger.
You're about to call him the Young Bucks.
I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't.
Like, how the hell does that even go?
Omega hit Wheeler Yuta with the V trigger and the one-winged angel to pin and win. Your winner, Kenny Omega.
Okay, it sounds like he didn't phone it in.
He didn't phone it in,
Thank God.
But his celebration was cut short as the other members of the Blackpool Combat Club, Konosuke Takeshita and Claudio Castagnoli, ran in for a gang beatdown on Kenny Omega.
Oh no!
Well, actually, I do want to point out one detail. I forgot to mention it. Near the finish of the match, Claudio did distract the referee for Konosuke Takeshita to sneak up behind Kenny Omega to try and hit him with an object, but that plan backfired on the BCC. So, getting back to it, So after the match, the BCC put a beat down on Kenny Omega, and then out came the Young Bucks and Hangman Adam Page for the save. Hurrah!
Because you can't have all elite wrestling
without the elite. They're carrying on their wayward sons
all of the wayward sons are being carried on, folks.
As they rescue Kenny Omega from the 3-on-1 beatdown. The Young Bucks hit one of the members of Claudio with the BTE trigger, and it looks like Hangman Adam Page was about to hit Claudio with the steel chair, but then the Dark Order showed up. Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. They showed up. They stopped Hangman Adam Page in his tracks, took the chair away, and I kid you not, that's where the show ends. It's so awkward. It ends in the middle of another part of another element in the segment, and with Tony Schiavone yelling at commentary saying, "Yeah, we're out of time."
What the hell, people? They can't even get the timing on their beatdowns right? Come on, guys. Come on. This ain't that bad. What the shit, people?
Another example of AEW overproducing sometimes, putting in too
much
overthinking
gunk, and it's messing up their oh no, it's not even a proper
cliffhanger.
What do you call it? It's not even a proper cliffhanger, Vicente. It's not a cliffy. Yeah, ending was awful. Poor Dark Order can't even get their shit in. Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah,
what
it was
Come
bad.
on, guys.
It was bad. When AEW comes up with, sometimes when AEW comes up with these ideas, these elaborate ideas of like how these angles should go, they think a little too much, and it turns out looking like crap.
Like, we get the story they're trying to pull, but they're taking it like either cut the match down or cut the segment down. If you're going to run this kind of risk, you have to get it down to a T in order to get your point across. But apparently these fuckers can't even do that right.
Boy, it's a good thing.
I'm doing my, notice, I wasn't shitting on the match.
No.
The match sounded like it was fun, but come on, people.
Everything else after the fact.
Ay.
Boy, it's a good thing that CM Punk is away from all that tomfoolery, right?
Thank God he's not being, dragged in on this mess. Thank goodness.
All right. Now let's go ahead and talk about this week's edition of Impact Wrestling.
Yay! Okay, like I said, Impact Wrestling doesn't get near enough love these days. That's why we're continuing to cover them, despite them being only on Access TV and on YouTube.
Although after this week, after what I saw tonight, I'm very likely considering probably tuning out.
Don't you dare, man. We listen, Jose. The X Division matches over here are second to none. The fucking Knockouts division of Impact is still the cream of the crop. All right, pal. Don't give up, please. I'm begging you.
I will do my best.
We really don't have much.
I will
else.
do my best, but let me explain why later, and then you'll see then you'll understand my justification.
All right, you know what? Yeah, do the best you can for the love of God, because I know that you wouldn't do this without good reason. Give it a shot.
All right. So Impact Wrestling opens up with a one-on-one match, another grudge encounter between two guys who absolutely despise each other. The former Impact World Champion Eddie Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian. So the story behind it is that both of these guys screwed the pooch in their tag match against Bully Ray and Steve Macklin a couple of weeks ago, and not trusting one another, they decided to hash it out in the ring.
See, that's at least smart. Okay, we're clearly having issues with each other. Let's fucking settle it in the ring and get it over with.
Yes.
And then hope to God that we, can get our own heads out of our own asses and get out of our own way, because aren't they still trying to gun after the Motor City Machine Guns?
No. At this point, who, Eddie and Frankie?
Yeah.
No, at this point, they're now turning their guns towards each other.
Okay, so they said, fuck it, we're not going to try to be a team anymore. We're not going to try to take these guys down and take their titles. We're just going to fuck each other up.
Yes. And fuck each other up they did, with Eddie Edwards getting a lot of the offense during this opening match, with help from his wife, Alicia, who interfered a lot during this match with the referee's back turned. The first time she interfered with the referee, with Eddie Edwards distracting the referee, Alicia got up on the ring apron, and she hit a spinning satellite DDT out onto the floor, and I think she may have hurt her lower back in doing so. But she was all right. She recovered well. But yeah, no, that's just an example. Another example is, she kept getting involved, tripping the leg of Frankie Kazarian. Kind of made Frankie look like a dumb babyface, getting blindsided all the time.
It's kind of silly. Okay, I thought Frankie Kazarian, I thought that his ass was completely like losing his mind and everything. Like, wasn't he trying to gun in after the Impact World title after he lost it to was it Alex Shelley, because he got it off of the fact that Josh Alexander had to vacate the title, and he actually
No, that's not it.
No, that was Steve Macklin, wasn't it?
That was Macklin.
Macklin. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I got Macklin.
No, it's okay.
Mixed up. I'm sorry.
Frankie,
that's me.
Yeah,
that's
no.
me.
Frankie Kazarian was able to regain his ground during the opening match, hitting an awesome slingshot DDT onto the ring apron, planting Eddie Edwards' head. Ouch, that hurts. And it looked like, and everything was going great as we get to the closing. As we get to the closing moments, the closing seconds of the opening match, Frankie Kazarian was about to fly from the top turnbuckle, but with the referee's back turned again, out comes Alicia with the kendo stick in hand, whacking Frankie Kazarian in the face, knocking him off the turnbuckle. Eddie Edwards hits the Boston Knee Party to pin and get the win. Your winner, Eddie Edwards.
You're right. This whole thing makes him look like a chump. Come on. What the shit?
Seriously, I thought Cody Rhodes was the dumb one.
How is he dumb?
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. Have you seen Cody Rhodes matches? Do you see how he gets blindsided so easily by bad guy shenanigans?
Okay. I was about to say, like, this was not where I was expecting you to take this. What the hell?
That's my only knock on Cody Rhodes. Like, he's supposed to be a little smarter than that, but he's always getting swerved. He's always getting outsmarted. He's always getting jumped.
Come on, my man. Like, okay, and I guess Kazarian, no, he's not supposed to be this kind of clueless. He's a veteran in the ring. He's supposed to have ring. He's got like ring awareness and ring presence like nobody's business. You made it so he's gonna get taken from behind twice by a little dainty girl with a kendo stick. You got
Alicia Edwards interfered way too much.
Yeah, no, like it's clear. It's like no, we're not going to put much faith in Frankie, apparently. Frankie's not going to Hollywood this time, so he can't relax. Vicente in the chat, I can never give up on Impact. Yes, even during the Hogan, Bischoff, Russo era.
Damn, that's commitment.
That is commitment. Vicente also says, Jim Cornette brought up Eddie in Impact with a mixed reaction. Basically, I like Eddie Edwards, but why stay in Impact? I saw that video, and yeah, you're right. Like, clearly, Eddie Edwards has got lots of personality. He's got a strong fan base, but like, dude, it's time that they give him something that he tries to hunt for something meteor to sink his teeth into.
Just don't put him in a program with PCO anymore. Please don't.
Please no.
No more.
Gene Rick, hey up, Gene Rick. Welcome to Wrestle Wrewind.
Hey up. Thank you for joining us, Gene Rick. You are awesome. All right, let's get to the exciting match of the night as we get another one-on-one wrestling match between the Foundation, Jonathan Gresham, who goes one-on-one against Alan Angels, representing the Design.
All right, so Alan Angels, obviously the Design, they've been on a weird streak. It's been so weird ever since the violence of Violent by Design was taken off, and you know the short king, Jonathan Gresham. He's not anybody to be screwed up with. Why does it say Ultimate X Preview? They're going to be in an Ultimate X match?
They're both participating in the Ultimate X match at Slammiversary. At Slammiversary,
yeah, yes. The Ultimate X match. Fuck yes! I fucking love those. Those are badass as hell, man.
Those are really cool.
I fucking love them. I swear to God.
But the real drama is Alan Angels and the Design, because apparently there's a little dissension between Alan Angels and Cody Deaner, the leader. Alan Angels having enough of Deaner's shit, and Deaner is trying to get Angels to fall in line. So yeah, it looks like these cracks are becoming more apparent. These fissures are becoming more are being displayed in plain sight.
All right, so the Design is not as violent as it used to be, and it shows because they're breaking apart.
The Design is about to be ruined.
There's a flaw in the Design.
There are flaws in the Design, yes.
Yeah, if you said to Alicia Edwards with using the cane so much, she must have been a Sandman and Just Incredible Mark.
Oh, my goodness. So, we get to the wrestling match, and it was great. It was technical. Both Alan Angels and Jonathan Gresham, they complement each other well with their in-ring chemistry. We got some ringside shenanigans from the Design, from Deaner and Khan, who tried to interfere with the referee's back turn, and Alan Angels, wanting to prove that he could stand on his own, didn't want any interference, didn't want any guff from the Design. So the match continued on. past a commercial break, both these guys continued back and forth until Jonathan Gresham and Alan Angels got into a series of near pinfalls. And I kid you not, it got silly to the point where like they tried to pin one over the other, and then they started like rolling over each other. Like, I kid you not, like a spinning top. Like they tried to roll over each other, try to pin each other's shoulders to the ground. It's so weird.
Wait, I've seen that before. Well, didn't Daniel Bryan do that once in a match? Oh, I don't remember who it was up against.
The Miz.
Where he, huh? It was against the Miz. Yes. And he balled himself into this really weird ball where the Miz couldn't pin him, and he was rolling around, and he was trying to roll him over and over, and he couldn't even fucking do it.
You're almost right. In this case, it was
these two just rolled on each other.
These two
in
rolled
a
on each
similar
other.
lock.
Like Jonathan Gresham had Alan Angels in like a sit-out pin position, and they kept rolling over each other. Yeah.
Oh,
so picture
okay,
that.
Okay, no, that's what it sort of reminds me of. Okay, that's kind of fun. All right, please continue.
But after that rolling joke, Jonathan Gresham was able to clinch his victory by locking in his submission hold, forcing Angels to tap out. Your winner by submission, Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, no, like I said, the Short King has got it going on.
And then after the match, there was another argument in the ring between Diener and Angels. Angels has had enough, breaks away from the design, goes over to shake Gresham's hand in respect, and Diener and Khan, they are not happy about it at all.
Why would they be?
Oh boy.
They literally are like, they lost their shit. They're falling apart.
They're falling apart. At this point, the design is becoming stale. That Impact Wrestling is now ready to pull the trigger on breaking up the group.
Yeah, no, it's starting to look past its shelf life over here, I'm afraid.
Yeah, indeed.
Vicente in the chat, looks like we might be getting Angels versus Diener, and Alan cannot stay in a faction to save his life.
Oh my God.
Alan says fuck you to Dark Order and now to Design. So loyal. Wow.
Yeah, I know. He left the Dark Order just to join the Design. That was a smart choice.
Yeah. Yeah, way to go there, buddy.
All right. Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night. And me and Juan talked about this, and we both agreed this was funny as hell, and we need to discuss it. So, it starts off with Kenny King and his protege, Sheldon Jean. Kenny King is like still flabbergasted and still mad that last week when the Impact Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry put out a music video exposing Kenny King at one point being a Chippendale dancer in his wrestling,
like a male stripper
in his wrestling career.
His name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry. So getting back to it. Yeah, no. So getting back to it, Kenny King, he's just losing it. He is coming undone. He is mad. He is ranting. He's threatening to put a 2-on-1 beatdown onto the digital media champion. And they kept saying, like, oh, you don't have any friends. No one's going to back you up. To which the champ, Joe Hendry, replies, oh, no, I've got plenty of friends. All I have to do is say his name. And this is so
corny. It was
such a corntastic moment.
Shall we say?
Yes. Say his name and he appears. It's Yuya Uemura.
He literally just popped up beside Joe Hendry, and he got his own like Joe Hendry styled and like intro song. You gotta understand, we sang the opening of the song because that music literally played when Joe Hendry popped in frame. And the same thing happened when Yuya Uemura popped into frame right behind Joe Hendry. Like a sitcom best buddy. It was so stupid.
And Kenny King and Sheldon Jean are just like confused and flabbergasted at what they saw.
Where's this music coming from?
Yeah.
It's the power of the digital media champion.
They just decided to just walk away from the madness. And that's where the segment ends.
No. Joe Hendry was like, just say, all you have to do is say the name of the champion, and you can't go wrong. With Yuya Uemura saying, okay, champion, like, and they're just like, like bad sitcom shit. It was so corny. I loved it. It was so bad.
Thank you,
in the best freaking way. We needed a freaking palate cleanser. We need palate cleansers when it comes to pro wrestling, and this sort of corntasm works.
Indeed. Also, can we give some credit to Joe Hendry? He's really putting a lot of prestige, putting a lot of attention onto the Impact Digital Media title.
Yeah, go figure. Like I guess you could call it the second mid-tier championship next to the X Division title. And it actually makes sense because what's his face, Joe Hendry, he puts out music on social media. He puts out his presence over here. He makes himself known, and he tries to make the digital media title mean something over here. Obviously, Matt Cardona, Jordan Grace, they made sense because, Matt Cardona, he was like the original internet champion.
Oh yeah, he's the indie king.
Jordan Grace, I mean, like, do we even have to explain? She's got her OnlyFans over here going on. Who's gonna say no to that? Like, imagine if you had the same mess happening with Dirty Dango happening now. No, it doesn't work because Dirty Dango, he's got his stupid gimmick, like trying to shoot and trying to be and trying to be fourth wall man and like, oh, I hate pro wrestling. It's so fake. Like trying to expose people. Like, dude, you hate pro wrestling, but you're gonna keep pro wrestling. And you I hate the digital media. It's so
the gimmick
dumb.
doesn't work.
It doesn't fucking work. Dirty Dango, please stop. Go no. But at least this shit is fun, and this shit actually helps with presentation. It's corny, but it works.
Indeed. Thank you for that, Juan. And now we got to take it down a few notches because now we got to talk about the bad match of the night. And this is a 2-on-1 handicap match as the team of the Good Hands, Jason Hotch and Josh Schuyler, take on the French-Canadian Frankenstein monster, PCO.
Oh, no.
This was painfully one-sided. It was pretty predictable who won. And they also had Scott D'Amore at ringside because Scott D'Amore will be teaming with PCO next week
Canada.
at Slammiversary to face Bully Ray and Steve Macklin. So, yeah, in a matter of just a few minutes, PCO was able to secure a victory over the Good Hands. Great. Awesome. They loved it. The fans in Atlanta, Georgia loved it. Good for them. But the victory was cut short because out came Bully Ray and Steve Macklin. Bully Ray and Macklin put the beat. Macklin came from behind and hit a low blow on PCO. The bad guys put a beat down on both of these baby faces with Scott D'Amore handcuffed to the ropes.
So he couldn't help PCO, which explains why in this shot it looks like he's just standing there watching PCO get his shit kicked in.
Oh yeah, in this shot, both Bully Ray and Steve Macklin did a double choke slam, putting PCO through the table. But it doesn't stop there. They then took PCO and dragged his body at ringside, threw him out the door of one of the entrances to the crowd chairs, and they're in some sort of driving area in the back, like
a loading dock area.
Yeah, like a loading dock area. Bully Ray with the chair against PCO's neck, right there on his throat, and then Steve Macklin pours in what is supposed to be liquid oil or whatever, like battery liquid or acid.
Okay, it should be lighter fluid. They can't pour battery acid because battery acid would be corrosive and it would actually murder someone.
And this is the part where it almost made me tune out to Impact Wrestling altogether, as Bully Ray sets PCO on fire.
Okay, I've got a few notes over here. Okay, number one, you can tell that ain't PCO. Because if you look at the person's face, they have their face wrapped in a fireproof stunt bandage mask.
No, that it actually was PCO, because PCO got up and he was flailing
Frankenstein. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Still okay. So you mean to tell me this is still PCO on fire?
Yes.
Okay, then what the hell is he doing wearing a mask?
What do you mean? That's not a mask. He wasn't wearing a mask. He wasn't.
No, look at the face. His face looks all blurred out and shit.
That's just because of the camera angle.
Oh, okay. My mistake. You're
fine.
Okay, I made a mistake. All right. In that case, listen, it can be impactful. It can work. I just don't appreciate how PCO's still Frankensteining the Genki Gookie Frankensteining. Come on, man. I crapped on the Young Bucks forever ago, and I'm still not letting them live that down. But PCO, he's a veteran in the ring. He knows better than this shit. Come on, guys.
Oh man.
Apparently not. Apparently fucking not. Apparently he's got a play up on Bear like zombie looking shit. Like, come on, guys.
While also putting himself in like unnecessary, like these unnecessary, crazy, hardcore stunts, setting himself on fire, fucking stapling his mouth shut.
Right? That was so fucking ridiculous.
Oh man, it's like I'm surprised that I didn't tune out sooner because of all this. But Juan's right. For the sake of the content, for the sake of the show, I must remain loyal.
There we go. See, there we go. We have principles. We have standards. If you sent in the chat, the handcuff spot was looking dumb when Scott was throwing half kicks at Bully Ray and Steve Macklin.
Yeah, that did look half dumb.
That sounds ridiculous. Like, come on. At least it should have been one of those handcuffs with like the slightly longer chain.
Yeah.
You know, the way it looks like he's like within an arm's reach, but no, I'm pretty sure it was one of those short handcuffs.
All right, hang on a minute. Vicente also saying Bully setting PCO on fire was like when Bubba Ray Dudley would do that to Balls Mahoney in ECW, except way less impressive here.
Yeah, no, like like there's no way to regain that sort of luster for the hardcore times, guys.
And I'm surprised that Impact Wrestling is not going to lose this cable deal with Access TV after this.
No, they understand that that the stuff's staged and everything, but at the same time, PCO was wearing a jacket, so it stands to reason that he's got some sort of safety lining in there.
All right, fair enough. All right, I may have judged it a little too much, but
it still didn't land the way you wanted it to when you saw it.
Yeah, no, because there's only too much that too much is too like.
There's only so much that you can.
There's only so much I can handle. I know it's subjective, but you know. All right, now let's get to the main event.
Wait,
match.
I thought you had a boring segment too.
No. That was the bad segment.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a bad match followed by with a bad segment.
So we're not even going to acknowledge it's that bad. You don't even want to acknowledge this other segment that you showed.
No, because that was the one I replaced the good one with.
Oh, right, my bad. No, I thought this was the one you replaced the good one with.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Juan,
never mind.
Don't worry about
it. Okay. I'm asking because I need to know.
All right, now let's get to the main event match, which is a tag match, playa.
Holla, holla.
The team of the Motor City Machine Guns taking on the team of Leo Rush and the National Treasure, Nick Aldis.
The only national treasure about Nick Aldis is Mickey James around his waist, man.
Ha ha!
Oh, giggity.
I know, right? Oh, my goodness.
She's too good for him. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Juan and I actually got a chance to watch this match together. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn solid. During the match, Nick Aldis and Leo Rush were working over Alex Shelley, the Impact World Champion, keeping him away from his tag partner, Chris Sabin.
Right? That's the thing that, like, okay, go figure. For a pair of guys who really aren't tag partners, they gelled well. Aldis and Rush, they actually worked really well as a team.
Yes, indeed. And Leo Rush, damn, he is really acrobatic as hell. Like, he flows really well. One of the best high flyers I've seen today. I've talked about him briefly during his time in NXT and in AEW. And this guy, like, I'm glad that he's doing better because he actually stopped wrestling for a while because of a career-ending like shoulder injury.
Okay, yeah, and at least now we know that he's back in action and everything. But that's not the point. The point is, how did this match progress over here? Zay, what else stood out for this main event match involving both singles main champions, the legendary Motor City Machine Guns?
Well, on the subject of in-ring chemistry between Nick Aldis and Leo Rush, these guys worked really well, not only in their two-on-one offense against both members of the Motor City Machine Guns individually, but also and like, you know, just pulling the rug from under them. Anytime it looks like the Motor City Machine Guns are trying to get a little bit of offense, like something happens. Like they get attacked from behind from either Nick Aldis or Leo Rush while they're at the ring apron. It's just those little moments those little moments.
It was the micro moments of like, okay, these guys have common enemies and they're working together properly. That's scary. That is scary good teamwork. That is a scary presentation there.
But as we get to the closing moments of the match, the Motor City Machine Guns were able to regain their composure as they hit a 2-on-1 offense against Leo Rush, hitting their series of moves. Like they do this really cool tag move where it's like a sequence after another. It all happened so fast. I don't know what they call it, but it's so cool.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
But then Nick Aldis tries to lock in the Texas Cloverleaf onto Alex Shelley to get a submission win, but then he was super kicked in the face by Chris Sabin.
Yes.
And then in the final moments of the match, let's see, Leo Rush, like he tried to hit the final hour the first time, but it was countered. So And this time, with the referee's back turned, Lio Rush actually hits a low blow onto Chris Sabin, and then finally goes up to the top rope and hits the final hour second attempt, which is a really cool frog splash to pin and get the win. Your winners, Lio Rush and Nick Aldis.
Yo, holy shit! The X Division champion was pinned by Lio Rush.
Yes,
Unbelievable.
That's where the show closes as the bad guys, as Lio Rush has his eyes on the Impact X Division title, and Nick Aldis has his sights against Alex Shelley for the Impact World title. All of it, which will culminate next Saturday at Slammiversary. Juan, ring the bell.
Sure thing, Jose.
All right, so this week's Impact Wrestling opening match could have been a lot better. I could have done without all the interference from Alicia Edwards. Main event was definitely serviceable, definitely a way to build up to the main event match for Slammiversary. Everything else in between was pretty good. The Jonathan Gresham match with Alan Angels, it was a good wrestling classic to watch. I'm not a fan of the stuff that they're doing involving PCO, but however, I will remain steadfast. I'm not going to cancel watching Impact Wrestling off of Wrestle Rewind. I won't.
Yeah, no, besides, like, we really don't have many other options. We would have to start saturating with either New Japan or a bunch of Raw and SmackDown. And let's not lie to ourselves. There are bigger channels who are covering those shows a lot more turnaround. It would be trying to dip our waters in saturation. We're over here at least trying to cut some sort of corner.
Try something different. Yeah,
we're trying to. Yeah, exactly. Thank God.
Yeah. Now this week's AEW Dynamite was pretty damn good. Great opening tag match. Keith Lee definitely got a chance to shine. He definitely doesn't look old, thank goodness. The main event match.
Orange wins, LOL.
Orange wins, LOL. Kenny Omega had a great match against Wheeler Yuta in the main event. I thought the post main event beatdown segment was rushed and it was very ill timed. And Tony Schiavone made it way too painfully obvious.
We're out of time.
Yeah. Everything that they're doing with MJF and Adam Cole, baby, is great. It is awesome. It is great seeing MJF once again trying to be buddies just so that he doesn't have to worry about any consequences.
The motherfucker is alone.
Yes.
He doesn't understand what it's like to actually work with people properly. He's still a child, for Christ's sake. He may be a very big child, a very muscular, bulky boy child,
but a child nonetheless.
Heads off, but he's got a child's mind. Will you be my friend? No, I hate you. We. My mommy isn't a specialist from Long Island.
All right.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You're not wrong. And everything else in AEW was pretty good. A good 6-man tag with the Acclaim going over. Ruby Soho was able to beat Dr. Britt Baker in an Owen Hart's tournament match in the quarterfinals. So
how
good.
How long has that match has been going?
What the Ruby?
The tournament. It's been going for forever now.
It's been going for forever. It's going to culminate in July. I mean, later in July.
We're crying out loud.
Yeah, I know. Now the 4th of July edition of NXT was also pretty good.
Except for Booker T running around in a tank top. Come on, dude.
It's Book.
There is no shucky. There's no amount of shucky duckies that can quack this shit out.
Oh god, good one. Opening match was fun. Let's see. What's his face? The NXT Underground match. Like, at least it wasn't
match.
It was a match. At least it wasn't overproduced like Raw Underground in 2020.
Also, a surprising match over here when we had the tag team match between the Dyad and the Creed brothers.
Yeah, the Dyad won, which means the Creed brothers are gone from NXT. They're out. They're finished. It's over. And the segments during the show was very, very silly. The most ridiculously bad one will still be Noam Dar pinting over the Heritage Cup. That did not help him at the slightest.
Danny Lewis in the chat. Hey up there, Danny Lewis. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. He's asking, will Bray Wyatt return at SummerSlam 2023?
That is a very strong possibility. SummerSlam is on August 5th, which is on a Saturday, first Saturday of the month. So I'm not entirely sure. They could work with many possibilities. Bray Wyatt could be returning, or WWE could be preparing a huge return for Randy Orton.
Oh my god, that would be so wonderful. Finally seeing the Viper, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton, make his way and at least have a proper final run because of his injuries. Or say like he shouldn't be throwing his back against the ring anymore, so he shouldn't be throwing RKOs from out of fucking nowhere anymore.
Right.
So yeah, like while Bray Wyatt would be cool, Randy Orton would be better.
Randy Orton would definitely be better. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. And yeah, so on next week's program, we're gonna return to our regular format to cover the 3 shows. And I hope you guys we hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been really fun. It's been really great. A couple of announcements to wrap things up. We hope to see you guys this Sunday because all of you have been cordially invited to the Ravens Flock Kick-Off Subathon.
Woo-hoo! Yes!
Yes, indeed. This is our 3rd quarter annual subathon for 2023. A huge historical milestone for our channel because this is not only the 3rd subathon hosted by us for this year, but this will be our first official live video on our new Kick channel, kick.com/theravensflock.
We're kicking Twitch to the curb. We're gonna leave Twitch twitching on the side of the road. We've been in Twitch for forever and a day, and ain't Twitch done nothing over here to help us out. So bugger off, Twitch. We're kicking off with a bang.
Absolutely.
And we hope that you fine folks will join us.
Absolutely. If you haven't done so yet, as we're gearing up for the subathon this Sunday, go ahead and click on the link that's on the live chat right now, kick.com/theravensflock, and subscribe to us and enable notifications so that you'll be ready when Sunday comes rolling around.
So far, we have 9 followers on our Kick channel already ahead of the curve. Also, if you Cindy Guerrero in the chat was saying the Creed brothers gone from NXT means SmackDown in a month. Maybe. Or maybe on Raw. Who knows? We're not sure.
We're not sure.
But one thing's for certain, they need to send Ivy.
Yes, they do. That being said, getting back on track. So the subathon will be this Sunday at 1 p.m., July 9th, on simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. And remember, this is a subathon. So our goal is not only to get the numbers up for YouTube, but we also got to get our numbers up for Kick.
Indeed we do, folks. We appreciate the long-standing support that you fine folks have been showing us here at the Ravens Flock, and we hope that you'll continue to show this same support this Sunday, July 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time as Angel Mendez joins us over here. The 3 a-holes, the 3 kings in front of the camera, the 3 a-holes in front of the camera, give you guys a fun playthrough of Vanquish here. The legendary Platinum Games high-speed action video game.
Yes, it's going to be great, and we hope you guys enjoy it.
We're going to be chatting it up with you fine folks. If you're new to the Ravens Flock, this will be a great time to get to know us. If you're a long-standing supporter of the flock, this will be an extra chance for you to help us pump our numbers. We got to pump them numbers up. These are rookie numbers. Yep. We need your help, and with your support, we will succeed.
Absolutely.
Together.
And my next announcement for any of the fans who are watching, local audiences or whoever's traveling out of state, we hope to see you next weekend for MetroCon 2023. The folks here at the Ravens Flock channel, we will be present for the entire convention weekend, which will be on Friday, July 14th till Sunday, July 16th at the Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida. This is the 20th anniversary for MetroCon. 20 years in the making. These guys have been around doing this for a very long time with incredible shows that they host every single year with amazing guests, amazing cosplays. We have a great rapport with MetroCon, and it's going to be a wonderful time for us. And we hope to see you there.
Indeed. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm typing out the link over here. Wow, I almost wrote the wrong word there. I almost forgot the L. Let's see here. At MetroCon. And if you're going to be attending, whether it's for a day or for the full weekend, go ahead and check out metroconventions.com for tickets and for special events that are going to be happening at the convention itself. So we look forward to seeing you there. If you recognize us, go ahead and say hello. We'll take a photo. We'll be live streaming parts of the weekend, and if we're not, then you'll be happy. You'll be sure to find us in our own regalia, just chilling and enjoying the convention.
Absolutely. All right, I guess that's going to do it for July announcements. So, Juancho, plug us away.
Sure thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, whether you're a friend or your fiend, boy, girl, or in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casas. the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite and Impact Wrestling. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell, become an interlocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. That was Juan Arouse, and this is Wrestling.